With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And, of course, Franz Wagner. Not a part of this lineup. We'll see how they do.
You never want to lose a player with his talent. However, for the guys in the locker room, they might not admit it, but some of them are going to enjoy new opportunities. The new roles and responsibilities might ignite this team a little.
Indiana on offense. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Now here's Halliburton. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Well, we're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We talked about this matchup here tonight, specifically what his team wants to do against Myles Turner. Coach told me we need to push him out of the paint whenever we can and make him a jump shooter and live with those results. If we can do that, I think we'll be in great shape. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Outside McDaniels. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Outside Edwards. Lets the three fly. And another three from Minnesota.
What a response from Anthony Edwards. If you make a three, he wants to come right back at you.
Halliburton goes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Halliburton's got his second basket of the night.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Using his size to full advantage, he beats everyone to the ball.
Siakam looking it over. Pass to Duncan. 6 on the shot clock. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And he can't jam it through. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Indiana leading. Siakam, left side. Here's Duncan. A dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a three-point play. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most four men. Traditional fives are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
Now here's Halliburton. Back to Turner. Siakam, left side. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And it's Myles Turner with a three.
Well, that's the great three-point stroke of Myles Turner, and has that feathery touch from deep at his size, really hard to guard.
Here's Roy. No made baskets yet. Here's Nembhard. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Here's Roy. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. They set a pick. Outside Reid. Three-pointer. The rebound by Nembhard. Pacers leading by 3. Halliburton looking over the floor. Pass to Turner. To the inside. Here's Nembhard. Here's Duncan. Over Reed. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Substitution for the Timberwolves.
And the Timberwolves with possession. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to DiVincenzo. Halliburton with the steal. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul. And for the Wolves.
There's 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Siakam. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Indiana ahead.
The Pacers 12.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Now here's Halliburton. Nembhard outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Duncan. The fadeaway. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Duncan's got 5 now. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Graham.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Here's Halliburton, following the score by Minnesota. Halliburton attacks. And the dunk by Halliburton.
How about that take from Halliburton? That's a big-time finish on the drive.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 6.
Really nice decision-making by Anthony Edwards. If you're going to play in the NBA, you've got to read off pick-and-roll action.
Siakam outside. Here's the pick. To the paint. Here's Duncan. Over Gobert. Duncan, no good. The Timberwolves trail. To the middle. Rudy, a monster inside.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Now here's McConnell. Toppin outside. Back to McConnell from the arc. First shot won't go. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Gobert, that's good.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
.149 left in the first half of basketball. On the wing, Bradley. And Indiana misses again.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
With the teardrop. Roy's shot is good. Roy's got his first 2 points of the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And here's Toppin from the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Well, big men like Toppin need to shoot from range, and he's showing he's got tremendous touch.
Picked by Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Toppin outside. Over McDaniels. McDaniels with some nice D. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Roy. Down low. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Absolute power from Rudy Gobert. Terrific, out-muscling the defense.
Minnesota shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Pacers trail by 7. McConnell outside. And here's Toppin. Pass to Shepard. Back to Nesmith. There's a screen by Toppin. Nesmith with it. Toppin with it. McDaniels covering. And stolen by Clark. And so it's Rudy Gobert making things happen for Minnesota. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Here's Halliburton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Turner's got 5 points.
Well, this is about calm demeanor, not letting the duress of the shot clock. Miles Turner delivers with the shot clock dwindling.
Now here's Edwards. He has 6. Oh, Anthony Edwards, a rainmaker.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Pass to Turner. Fires the 3. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. And Minnesota making a change here. Pacers trail by 10. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. And here's Indiana now, following the score by Minnesota. Here's Duncan. 5 points in the game. Pass to Nembhard. Will it go? Second chance shot. Nice move. And it's good on the layup. He has 7.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. You talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Edwards with some muscle.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And the basket by Halliburton.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
Some changes for Indiana. The Timberwolves lead by 10. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best point guards?
Well, he's certainly, B.A., got to be near the top of the list. Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the game.
Now here's McConnell. No points so far. Pass to Shepherd. Fires for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Now here's Brown. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Outside Nesmith. There's a screen by Toppin. Outside Nesmith. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Toppin. There's the triple. Reed with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Roy. Oh, okay then.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Pass to Bradley. From deep. Sohan with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 14-4 run. And there's the drive. Oh, misses the dunk. Pacers trail by 15. Inside. Here's Toppin. Misses from short range. And Minnesota with possession here. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Roy. Takes it inside. And down it goes. 2 points. Roy's got 9.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So,
well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Roy. And here's McDaniels. Right side Edwards. Indiana with a rebound. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. And that's the first of just 2 home games for him. Minnesota leading by 17. Making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Halliburton outside. Turner for 3. The shot that time not on target.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Gobert. Here's Roy. It's stolen by Halliburton. And here's Turner. Here's the 3. Knocks down the triple.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Pass to Gobert. Oh, he misses the dunk.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Now here's Turner. Siakam outside. Over to the wing. Here's Duncan. Puts up a deep three. Halliburton outside. No good from outside.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
And out of bounds, the Pacers will take it. And Minnesota making a change here. Pacers trail by 16. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The Pacers again can't hit.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Outside Edwards. Picked up by Sohan. The fader. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pacers with a rebound.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Back to Halliburton. Beyond the arc. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from three-point territory. Look out.
Here's Brown. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Timberwolves.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Halliburton on the attack. And the dunk by Halliburton. And Minnesota with possession here. 13-point lead. Outside, DiVincenzo. There's 45 seconds left to the final quarter. Good work there as it goes.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Back to Nembhard. And here's Turner from the arc. Hits the three-pointer. Now DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. With the fadeaway. Hits the front of the rim and out. Siakam outside. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they
It's the Timberwolves in Minnesota for a little interconference action here at the Target Center. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Banked in off the glass. Giannis has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Bucks.
Defensively, you got to try and build the wall against Giannis and cover the paint. Too much to handle inside.
Drills it from outside.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
And I like that Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And here's Edwards. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And Billups is a clutch performer, someone who isn't afraid of taking big shots. I just love how fearless he is.
Good on both. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's Billups following the basket by Giannis. Picked by Reed. McDaniels gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. On offense, here are the Bucks. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Right side, Billups. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. I asked him what his team needed to do in order to contain Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach told me we have to make sure to communicate and help out on defense, specifically clogging up and taking away lanes to the rim. That's how he can really hurt you. Of course, it'll be an all-hands-on-deck tonight approach, trying to stop the Greek Freak. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, Reed, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Clock is at 3. Second shot opportunity. A nice shot by McDaniels.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Now here's Billups. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Driving to the basket. Gobert. And yes, a nice assist from Billups.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Gobert, the screen. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Gobert can't hit. Bucks leading by 3. Giannis outside. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And the dunk by Giannis.
Dominating in effortless fashion. This is what Giannis does on a consistent basis.
Edwards inside. Down low. And finished off by Gobert.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? On the wing, Giannis. 14 points for him. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Giannis has got 16 points.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Over to the wing. Pass to Billups. Shoots over Lillard. Billups, no good. Bucks leading by 5. Lillard left side. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Count that one.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
1 second separating the shot clock in game. Here's Edwards. The basket good off the assist from Billups.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Giannis. Unable to get that one. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Bucks lead by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter.
18.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Sohan with the screen. Here's DiVincenzo. It's Brown on the wing. From the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Timberwolves trailed by 5. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Edwards, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Lillard at times. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they're
forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
First team foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
To the paint. And stolen by Kuzma. Outside Portis. Pass to Prince. Lillard outside. Kuzma sets a screen. Shot on the wing. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Edwards can't hit. Bucks leading by 10. Kuzma, right side. Pass to Portis. Kicks it out to Prince. Here is Lillard. Gobert with the block.
And there's a reason Gobert has led the league in block shots.
Edwards drives in. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Giannis slashing. Good, and a nice assist from Prince. And it's a 12-point Milwaukee lead. Phillips with the ball. Pass to Sohan. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Milwaukee now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Using his size, Giannis.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Outside Phillips. He takes it in. Over in the corner, Edwards. Pass to Sohan. No good from outside. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on an 11-2 run. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Phillips attacking. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Such a savvy player. Phillips senses his opportunity there and just takes it.
Here's Giannis. Can't cash in from close range.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Left side, Phillips. And the wide open shot from Reed. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And dependable at running the offense. Phillips just understands his teammates depend on him to get them involved.
Lillard misses.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Now here's Phillips. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Here's Billups. Pass to McDaniels. Sinks the three-pointer. McDaniels got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Timberwolves. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Here's Billups. He has 6. Great D that time from Beal.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Prince in the corner. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 6. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Billups, no good.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
I don't know. 2 strides, 3 strides. What was that? Giannis covering some ground.
To Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to McDaniel. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Antetokounmpo inside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gobert's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the big man from France, Gobert, a menace around the rim.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Marley, no good. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And how about Dante coming up and bringing his own inferno?
Bucks leading by 4. Now Marley. Now here's Prince. Right wing. Tries it from 19. And Billups pulls it down. Minnesota with the ball. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. After this game, they can look forward to L.A. So they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Bradley Beal still got a little bit of the ups.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. 54 seconds left to play in the third. That's to Lopez. Over Billups. And Lopez gets it to go. And now an 8-point Milwaukee lead. Oh, wow, guys. Doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looked.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to talk to his guys. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Edwards.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards, showing off right now.
Lillard scanning the floor. Out to the right wing. And he makes that one. Lillard's got 7.
And Lillard refusing to be denied.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute.
What a sweet jam by Edwards.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Milwaukee on top, up by 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stick. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. A finish. And finished off by McDaniel.
You see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
No good with the layup. Timberwolves trailed by 4. Right side, Edwards. The screen from Brown. The layup off target. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
The Bucks making a switch here. Ren, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Giannis high post. Stolen by Reed. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. Giannis clean up the fast break. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Giannis is one of those guys, you look at the end of the season, he's going to be up there in free throw attempts per game.
Second free throw, no good.
Even with one miss, he stretched this out to a 2-possession game.
And it's time for an injury report.
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Minnesota's head athletic trainer. He told me that although he twisted the knee pretty badly, nothing looks like it's torn. He will not return to the game, and he may not be back on the court for a couple of games so he can heal up. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Antetokounmpo, shot's good.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Here's Brown. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. 2 points. That one goes. And now a 7-point Bucks lead.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
Brown outside. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. There's a good screen. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. It's good from long range. McDaniels got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Minnesota.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Lillard from outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Milwaukee leading by 7. .103 left in the game. Here's Kuzma. And another three for Milwaukee. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
Here's Brown, and it falls over the rim and in.
And you can tell Brown has a mind for the game. Calls the pick and roll and works it to perfection.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Lopez a screen to the right side. Puts up a 3. Rebound Minnesota.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And stolen by Kuzma. Count the basket. Antetokounmpo's got 36.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the